Hey, United Indie Agents, hope you guys are doing great. This is a follow-up video from last week's video about price reductions. Last week, I talked about the difference between a price reduction and a home values going down and how they're not exactly the same thing. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about preparing your sellers for price reductions, because that is becoming, coming back into our market. And many of us have not had to do price reductions on our listings for, 4 or 5 years. So just a little bit of a brush up on that and some scripts that you can use. Before doing that, a couple of items of housekeeping. One, I want to remind everybody about that $1,000 incentive program. If you know of any agents that you think would be a good fit here, there's going to be $1,000 for you and $1,000 for them. So don't forget about that. Also, don't forget, a week from today, we're doing the photo shoot. That is courtesy of Ben Spiegel at iServe. So next Thursday, 1 to 4, you got those old dusty, crusty headshots. It's time to get those updated, and this is a perfect opportunity to do that. Carolyn's going to be reaching out to you guys for a sign-up sheet, but if you want to go ahead and get signed up for a specific time, give Carolyn a call up front. Okay, back to the subject at hand. Okay, so I feel like if as price reductions are going to start becoming a bigger part of our listing world, I think it's best to address those price reductions while you're taking a listing. Before you even take it and put it on the market, you should be planting the seed of the conversation you may have to have with your sellers. And to me, it looks a little bit like this, and I'll be brief, and I'd be happy to go over this in more detail if you want to give me a call. But whenever we have a listing, we always say something like, hey, when it comes to a home's value, there's 4 things that drive that. We usually put our fingers up. Location, which we can't change anyway, it's fixed. The condition of the property, we can try to change condition, and that's often a place to put some effort. There's marketing. I'm your realtor. I take care of your marketing. I've sold 100 homes. I've sold 50 homes, whatever the case is. I sell homes every year. And so I know that my marketing works. I mean, every home's different, and I market them a little bit differently, but I know that my marketing strategy works. So the marketing is a big piece. And of course, price is probably the biggest driver on selling your home. That's it. You have that conversation with your seller while you're taking the listing before it ever comes on the market. Then in a month or whatever after that, let's say you haven't had enough showings, you're not getting showings, which is actually the market telling you it's probably overpriced. A lack of showings would indicate that. But that way, if it is time, you can go to your seller and say, hey, do you remember, a month ago we were talking about the 4 things that'll drive the sale of your home? And we talked about location, which is fixed, condition, which either you don't want to fix or we can't really fix. I talked about the marketing. I know it's not my marketing. I sell homes all the time using the same marketing, so I know it's not that. That's going to leave price. We need to adjust the price. The market has spoken. The comps that we pulled before are great, but really the property is tested on the market, and the market is saying that it's not compelling at the current price. We need to do a price reduction. Okay, I hope that helps. Obviously, we can refine that. If you want to role play that with me, give me a call and we'll do it. But again, price reductions are going to be becoming a bigger and bigger part of our market, and we should be prepared, and you should prepare your seller even subconsciously prior to the home ever even going on the market. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Bye. Oh, don't forget about the photo shoot, and don't forget about that $1,000 incentive. Okay, bye.